Hi. Welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Hi everyone, Perry here, and I've got another special guest on. I'm doing a little video chat via Skype, and I have this little postage stamp of an icon right down here. But my special guest is over from Jacksonville, Sandy Gomez. Welcome, Sandy.
Hi, guys.
Hey, and Sandy had a great transformation story that I want her to share with you. But she's done some amazing things since her transformation with P90X of all things, and maybe she can give a little background of her. She was in the military at one time, and just give a little background. And Sandy, I'm going to let you just jump into your story and tell the world.
Well, first of all, thanks, Perry, for the opportunity to do this. This is my first podcast, so that's pretty cool.
Yay!
As you know, about, well, almost exactly a year to this date, because you know my story, I was sitting in my living room at 5'2", and I'll politely say pushing 160. Obviously, not really happy. You're talking with someone, you're right, former military, airborne, air assault school, and not happy with the way I was looking. Probably despondent is a way of describing it. And you get into that rut of you don't know how to get out. And like a lot of people, up pops this commercial with this crazy guy dressed in black who's, I mean, just putting these people through this paces. And I'm sitting there on the couch going, oh my God. And he just keeps telling them what stuck in my head was the do your best and forget the rest. And I can't tell you why at that moment. I do know why, but it was that it goes along with the push play just a little bit. Nobody was requiring me to get back into 82nd Airborne shape. And that's what hit it for me. And I bought the DVD and I started working out to them and lost something like 16 pounds and got all excited and ripped. And like a lot of people, life into it. Got about 3 weeks into it and went through the pain and just started letting a day of not working out, another day of not working out. And when I turned around again at the beginning of this year, here I was now 20 pounds heavier than when I had started. Sleep apnea, the lack of self-confidence, no energy. So I went in, I found them, I dusted them off again, and this time really more focused on not worrying about the 90 days, but about coming home every day and putting the DVD in. And you know my story, especially with the ab ripper, that nearly put me to tears because I couldn't do a single rep.
No doubt. No doubt.
But you know, just keeping focused and going, okay, well, today the 16-minute routine only took me 45 minutes. You know, next week it was 30 minutes. And the call to you that day that I was actually able to get through all 340 of the repetitions. So it came down to you hit that point of you've got to do this. It becomes not so much about telling people that you're working out, but that quiet assertion that this is for me and there is no rush. There's no end in sight. There is a goal to get fitter. But it was just a quiet thing. I came home every day, and I know it sounds corny, but I literally was. I'd walk in the door, and the first thing I did was put the DVD in. And working through the pain, and I blog about it, about being so stiff that you know you're having the dog pull you off the couch because your legs hurt, and realizing that was all growth, and people starting to ask you, what are you doing? And I'm like, I got this little program I do at home. And that evolved into, I don't know how it evolved into Sandy the coach, but Sandy the coach I am, and I absolutely love it. The feedback when you get a grin on someone's face from being able to complete one rep of plyo, or they discover that a push-up can be done against a wall, and various ways of moving. I didn't realize what kind of a high. If you think you get an endorphin high from working out, have someone complete a fit club and they're all excited and they're sweaty. I'm going to tell everyone that's listening that is the best high that you can get, or more excitedly when they've come back and they've lost that first pound, 3 pounds. They're a size smaller, and they think it's you, and you have to feed back to them that they're the one that did the work. And when they thought it couldn't be done, yes, it can. Is it hard work? Yeah. Is it doable? Absolutely.
I have to agree because I got that same rush, that same feedback from your success. I didn't put in the work. I didn't have the tears. I didn't have the pain. I got to, kind of go through it with you, but I could relate to what the challenges were. So you did the work.
And that's what makes it exciting. It makes us human. I mean, I know the people watch the infomercial, but when we're talking about it and they can still hear the pain of when we say, I was 162 on a 5'2" frame. I was 33% body fat. I'm down to 21% body fat. When I say I was politely a size 12, but I was probably pushing a size 14 with a 34-inch waist. I'm a size 4. I was a size 4 in high school. Um, and I go to my doctor, my vitals, I am healthier at 47. I'll be 48 in 2 weeks than I was at 27. Um, so that is just an amazing thing. And you go, it's been a year, but it really wasn't. I really did see. I mean, I tell my customers and people I talk to, I saw the results in 3 weeks. Once you could get past that soreness, I really started to see the arms coming in, and I mean, the incredible piece is the way my stomach just disappeared, and that's all very encouraging. But it's good for people to hear you say that you're sitting on the couch eating Doritos, and how that there are days where you do have to struggle to want to go work out because we're human and we go, but putting that DVD in and that it's not complicated, that you let someone like a Tony or Charlene with 20 plus years of experience guide you through it. I had a fit club last night, Perry. A good scenario was I had an individual who couldn't get the move. I paused it and I said, that's the great advantage of owning the DVD. The instructor does what you tell them to do. And he thought that was the funniest thing. You pause him a dozen times and he will stay there and wait until you can get it right. So he goes, that's better than going to the gym. I said, there you go. So it's been and it continues to be an absolutely great ride. Not just the people helping part, that's probably 80% of it, but the business piece is great also. We recommend all sorts of things to people. I like the fact that I recommend something that's getting people's heart healthy. My dad passed from diabetes, so it's a big deal for me, that I know that when I recommend something, I'm going to be getting somebody healthy if they decide to go down that path, and that's pretty cool. That's a good legacy for my extent to be leaving behind.
It's great that yeah, you've got quite a family history there and an experience that I am just so impressed with the journey that you've taken and the passion that you have for helping people get healthy and fit, and just kind of on that mission. You've witnessed firsthand what diabetes can do, and I know this conversation isn't just about that because there's a lot of other health issues of people out there for people out there, but you've experienced a lot of those, and you're around a bunch of people that are experiencing different things, and we have solutions for people to reverse that and take control of that and not be necessarily a victim. And so it takes time, but the tools are there and the support's there, and that's what I appreciate about what you've done with it, in that you're coming out and sharing your journey here on the podcast, and that you're continuing to share with people in and around Jacksonville, but all over the U.S. too.
I'll tell that to everybody out here. We have got to stop this trend of obesity in this country. When I think of what $350 billion a year could do if we put that to education, if we put that to some sort of another research. So, you know what? I tell everybody, one person at a time. There's a lot of us. One person at a time, it gets done. But we set the example. We know what can be done, and there are people looking for help. So just let someone ask you. Spread the word. That's all I can say is spread the word. It's a good word to be spreading.
Thank you very much, Sandy, for coming on the Power Blast podcast here. And, you're an inspiration and will continue to be so. And I'm so glad that you're helping us end that trend. And everyone, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.